Hello and welcome to the third tutorial here of the CSS template tutorial. We're actually going to be getting into building the template here this time around. And it's going to start off here with this div with the class equal to row. This is the whole container thing, and we're going to use it is just what I put in there to run whatever, just to show that there's something there. As you can see, it's up here at the top. It's up here at the top. Like, this is what we had last time. Actually, we only had site design. I added in this little header here just in the footer text, just to kind of give it some more something to it, to like look and see at it, that we can see it. It's a thing. That's fine. And I think we're also gonna start building out some of the header as well. Like, we're gonna want to put some links and whatnot in there. Perhaps do a kind of a bar thing that you can click on and it'll open up another kind of little section, or not, or something like that. We'll see as we go along. But we're gonna get started. Where we're going to get started here is in defining the rows, right? The rows and the columns. We're going to have rows that go horizontally across the page and columns that are going to split up the things in between. We're going to have 12 columns for the entire width. So there's going to be an option between, having 12 columns, 12 little pieces of your website, all smushed together. That is going to be what we're building here, and each row is going to add up to 12 columns total. So say if it was half and half, you would have a 50% column and another 50% column, and so that would be a 6 and a 6. That would add up to 12, and that is what we're looking to do here. We're looking to be able to make our own size kind of boxes and squares how we want them to be made. And it's not that big of a deal. Like, we can do that. It's cool. So let's get started here. We're gonna hop over into our style tutorial.css, and we're gonna get started here with dot row : after, and we're gonna say content is equal to nothing, just blank, clear both, then display table. All right, you don't really have to worry about that for now, and you don't really have to worry about this either, as long as you copy it down correctly. Star equals column, call dash, which is going to be the prefix for all of our columns, and for that we're gonna say float to the left and padding of 15 pixels. All right, and that's gonna be for all of our columns. That's good. We're gonna leave it there. This is where it gets interesting. I am just gonna copy and paste this. I'm not going to write them all out, but it's gonna go from .call dash 1 through 12. All right, .call dash 1 through 12, and width is going to be set equal to a percentage, 8.33%. This is 8.33% is 1/12 of 100%, and you're going to keep adding one of those on top of each other each time. You get these values each time. So if you're confused, go copy this, paste it into your thing. It's not terribly important that you understand why it is created this way, but it's important that you understand what it does. And so I think the best way to really kind of show that is to do some examples. So let's get started with this thing up at the top here. And so I am going to go over to our index and this row, and this is how you are going to divvy up your columns. So we're gonna say div class equals call dash, and because we want this to take up the entire thing, we're gonna say 12, right? And we're gonna say div class slash div, and that's gonna close out that div. And then can we, what's the thing for background color? Background color, we're gonna copy and paste this over here. Just, we're gonna say style equals quote background color. All right, and that's, let's see, does that, it does not give us a colored background, but this is exactly what we kind of expected. It might help if we spelled style right. How about we try that? Nope, not quite. Oh, I gotta save it. Okay, alright. For real this time. Okay, perfect. There we go. But we're not gonna use that color. We're gonna use, is this red or blue? Blue. This is blue. 150 for blue. And so now this should be a blue color. We can't read that. So let's actually, the lighter is gonna be a higher number. So let's say about 200. And let's give it some green in there too. Let's say like 90 and maybe 90 red, just to keep it even. And then that should give us a lighter blue. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, that's legible. That is like readable. All right. So if I pull it up here, now we have this blue thing at the top, and that is one full section. All right, that's a column 12. That is a 100% width. All right, and that's good. That's cool. All right, we're gonna create another row here. So there should be slightly different shades. Boom. All right, now you can start to see where this gets kind of interesting. So this row will go another row, and instead of 6 halves, thirds, so then we're gonna say column 3, and we're gonna add another third column here. And so these are all gonna be different kind of colors. 3, that's clearly wrong. I meant to do a column 4. And if we save that, as you can see, that was supposed to be 4 columns. And so what would happen if we say took these other 2 columns, right, and put them into here? What would happen then? Well, what happens then is that we actually get them just on the bottom. It, just keeps throwing them in another row, obviously, because everything is floating, everything is going to the left, everything is contained. And it's with this and setting heights for things like, what if I did this and then saved it and then boom. Okay, all right, there we go. And for our next little thing here, what I'm doing is I'm gonna put another row. So there's gonna be this one, there's gonna be a space, there's gonna be another row, I want there to be another space, and then this one will be the same as this one. All right, but it's gonna be, oh, that background color is still there, but that's fine. All right, that's cool, because this still illustrates the point that I'm trying to make, is that, like, so basically, like, with this setup, you can create blank spaces where you're trying to create blank spaces. It's easy to make something here of a certain height, make it however you want it to look, have it only show half the screen, leave this blank, leave this side blank. I mean, obviously this has a background color here because I didn't change that, and then have this other one be on the other side. You can checkerboard things, and it all depends on how you use the columns. And everything is completely resizable as well. Like, can I? Oh, that's okay. No, it's because this is, okay, all right, there we go. So we can make it a little bit bigger. But everything scales down perfectly, like perfectly tiny. Nothing is 59 pixels wide. But up until a certain point, like up until like 200 something pixels, like that's smaller than a phone. Smaller than any phone out there. Like this doesn't start caving in on itself until the, like, as you can see, like 200 and something pixels, and like, and nothing's that small. Nothing has a screen that small. And you want to start out like developing, you want to have in mind the mobile experience, right? You want to start out with the mobile site and then move up to the full desktop website from there, because everything will scale up pretty beautifully, but it's having it scaled down that's really kind of the issue. And that's what we're trying to really kind of mitigate here by having everything be kind of the same. Like this is how the layout is always going to look no matter how big it is, and we can tailor the experience. So like so if you had like a blog post that you wanted to be able to be read on mobile, you could have it be like something that fills up the entire screen, nothing else on the screen other than what you're reading, maybe some pictures to tap on, whatever. And when you're bigger, when you're on your desktop, then you can show some more things off to the sides, maybe something on the top search bar, kind of a thing. You know, you get the idea. You can play around with it from there. And this is basically the whole base of how we're going to be doing this CSS tutorial. This is the majority of it. This is the important stuff that we're going to be looking at. And so we're going to be using this whole base system to be making the websites that we're going to be making. And from here, we can go on to make some like interesting things. I was thinking, you know, start out easy, make kind of like a back-end website kind of a thing. That's what I wanted to do. And as well as that, you know, show off how we could make different kinds of things, like an Instagram kind of style app where it takes photos from like a database and it posts them like on user profiles, kind of a thing. That's some more PHP stuff that we can get into later. But for right now, I'm going to close things out here. And with that, I will see you guys in the next one. And I think when I start out with the next one, no, I'll keep this the same. I'll keep it where it is now. We're gonna be deleting a lot of stuff, and we'll clean it up a bit before we start making the whole kind of a website thing. And I think that should be pretty good. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you enjoyed the tutorial, give it a like, share it with your friends who are also trying to learn web development, and I will see you all in the next one.